We're a pretty humble profession. You can't really name any of those apart from capability ground. You could put Rick or Suresh on the spot. They're landscape architects, what it is, but we're best not. They would before genuflecting and bowing usually. But yeah, so there's not a big profile for us. There's not a lot of things. So when we were thinking about what we were talking about today, it was a case of, well, actually let's just tell people what landscape architects are and what we do and what we're involved in, which is why we put these envelopes out, because basically I'm not going to do any more talking really. I might do a bit of prodding and poking, and I'd like you to open up the envelopes now. In there you'll find an image, or a couple of images, and basically I would like you to have a little look at them, try and figure out what they are, how a landscape architect might be involved, and we'll go around from table to table to see if you've got an approximate idea of what you think we do. So it's actually very interesting from our point of view to see how you perceive us as a profession. So, I'm going to put a junior school or academy. That's a very good guess. So what's on the other side? Again, a similar sort of schooly building, we say, or a supermarket?
Yeah, no, I guess at a school, sometimes education.
So what do you think we might get involved in on a school site?
Access.
Access, yeah, definitely access. Anything else? Playground. What do you think playground? Safety, yeah. Also fun. Fun. Because the thing is about schools and a whole host of other buildings is there's a lot of land around them. There's a lot of resource there that can be used to turn to advantage. What's that big bit in the middle?
A shop.
A shop, okay, yeah, you can spot the banker, thinking commercial. But yes, it's actually not there, that's a photo montage. Not real at the moment, it's currently being built. That's over at Colwyn Bay. And basically, it's a new water sports centre. We've teamed up with architects, a firm called K2, not the K2 that's in the news in Jersey. So yes, we won that through a design competition, but basically that is an urban scheme which is combining flood defence. We're saving Colwyn Bay from flood problems. We're also promoting their commercial use of water sports. It's about the first water sports beach you can get to on the North Wales Strip. It's like Liverpool by the sea or Manchester by the sea, and then Saturday and Sunday and a nice sunny day. But that is a new water sports centre. So we have been brought on to do what, do you reckon, on that point?
Test out the sailboards.
Well, we're hoping to get a good few sailing days out there.
Make the best use of space.
Again, that's it. It's basically all the facilities around the building. Everything from the initial approach as you're arriving by car, you're towing a trailer, you've got to get enough space for the boats, you've got to make sure you've got rigging space, you've got to be able to get them in the sea, so you've got to get access to there. And also, again, the fun elements, the children's play area and things like that. So, again, we're trying to create a much better place out of the development. Conway County Council, County Borough Council, has seen that as one of their main drivers this year, their leisure spend in the area. So hopefully by the end of this year that should be built. Next spring we'll be boarding, jet skiing and stuff like that. Street, is that
People.
Parking area, okay, yeah. Anything else you can see in that photo? Fountains, yeah. Well, yeah, you're right, that is Carnarvon. That's the Imace, the square in front of the Carnarvon Castle. All World Heritage Site Carnarvon, unlike Liverpool, it looks like it's going to be losing its, as it's kind of been talked about today. But basically that is an example of urban design. We do get involved in urban design in terms of big town spaces. Here, right in front of the castle, which is the focal point for Carnarvon. There's water features, sorting out car parking, sorting out circulation issues. I'm going to go to this end of the room now, because I can see Kerry talking. No, go on, hold it up. Go on, put it.
Right, we got this one.
Can you see what that is? Windmill. Actually, I'll tell you something about
well, what we think is it's a wind turbine factory in Hartington, and this is the visual aspect of where it's going to reach in terms of...
That's pretty good guesswork. Yeah. Good guesswork. It's not right, good guesswork. No, sorry, it's being particularly cruel to carry that. It is. We do get involved with landscape architects are asked to comment on a lot of renewable energy schemes. Wind turbines such as this are becoming more prevalent, but also the forms of renewable energy, whether it's solar or biomass or what have you. But basically, we're often involved and brought in to consider visual aspects, and that's what that map is showing. Basically, we're able to chart where structures are visible from with some clever 3D software, and comment it, and talk about capacity of the landscape to receive development, and that usually will then be submitted to planning officers and taken part as part of the planning process and consideration. But you know, there's other things that will be asked to comment on, whether it's access, recreation, the aesthetics, and quality of it as part of the planning process. What's going on there, Tony?
I think you're trying to sell something to the sceptical public.
Right, so and the sceptical public, is it all around us? Or?
There's probably something on their doorstep.
Yes, yeah, basically that's a consultation event. We often, as landscape architects, are asked to help either facilitate, arrange, produce material for public engagement events. Generally, I think it's because landscape architects are seen as friendly. You know, we see that they can't do us any harm. They're here to plant things, you know. But generally, I think we are able to empathise with people and look at things from everybody's point of view, not necessarily just from the developer's point of view. That particular public engagement, actually, if you turn it over, please, Tony, is a large flood defence scheme. So we'll often be involved with large infrastructure projects, whether it's road, rail, in this case, flood defence, where you're trying to minimise the environmental impacts, the adverse impacts, but maximise the opportunities that are sometimes given out of the scheme. So, you know, we have to set the idea and sell the image and sell the vision. That's out in Anglesey, proposals for Bedford, one of the more popular bucket and spade beaches, where we're asked to come in, come up with ideas, make sure we respect the current environment, make sure we respect the current uses, but see how we can write a landscape architects get involved in barristers. In fields?
Planning appeals.
Oh, planning appeals. Sorry, I thought you were talking about something else. that is thinking laterally. Yeah, planning appeals, planning hearings. We're often asked to act as expert witnesses, again to help arguments about, you know, you might have an objection group, a local neighbourhood NIMBYism. Well, it's going to ruin the landscape, it's going to be seen for miles. And again, we can perhaps take a more objective view. We have agreed methodologies and objectivity, Ali and Monty and Alan on the end. What are they?
Landscape gardens.
Celebrity gardens, landscape gardens, garden designers.
This was our perception 10 minutes ago.
Yeah. What's on the other side, perchance?
Our perception now.
There we go. Landscape Institute. We could be derisive and really snobbish about garden design. No, they do. You know, they do what they do. They concentrate on gardens, but they don't concentrate on whether they're built round or planning or making things stand up. They are there almost like it's horticultural pornography. You know, it's basically. Oh, I wish I could. You know, they do what they do. We do what we do. We don't claim to do what they do. Sometimes they claim to do what we do. So what I'm saying is, a proper landscape practice. We are a member of the Landscape Institute. We're fully professional indemnity insurance and all the rest of it. But basically, there are two different types of creatures. Think gardens, think pretty, think TV programs, thinkers, think development, helping with planning, helping achieve clients' end goals. So that's what we're going to say. Is that about 10 minutes, Steve?
Perfect, yeah. Thanks very much.
Thank you.